Last time, we thought we had her. Emails, proof, an arrest. But Claire didn't break. She negotiated. And the system gave her exactly what she wanted. Immunity. Freedom. And now the real revenge begins. She's coming for everyone who dared expose her. No rules, no consequences, just cold, calculated destruction. This is episode 3, The Immunity. Turn off the lights, put in your headphones, and listen carefully, because she's already closer than you think. The police station interview room is exactly like TV shows depict. Fluorescent lights, metal table, one-way mirror. But Vanessa's on the observer side, watching Claire across the glass. Anna Kwan stands beside her. In person, Jessica's sister is striking. Same sharp intelligence, same determined jaw. But alive, present, successful. Everything Jessica should have been.
Thank you for the evidence package,
Anna says quietly.
The emails, the manipulation strategy document. It gave us probable cause for a warrant. We've been examining Claire's communications all morning. And she's smart. Nothing explicitly criminal in the messages themselves, but the pattern is clear. Systematic harassment, defamation with intent to damage your career, possible fraud regarding Meredith's job offer.
Through the glass, Detective Chen sits across from Claire. David is also present, not as support, but as a witness. His expression suggests Claire's perfect marriage was less perfect than advertised.
Mrs. Hartwell,
Chen begins.
You're not under arrest, but we have questions about several emails sent from Hartwell Development Systems.
I want my lawyer,
Claire says immediately.
That's your right, but before they arrive, I'd like you to look at something.
Chen slides a folder across the table.
These are communications between you and various parties. BioMedTech's CEO, the Thornton Fellowship Committee, Vanessa Park's former employer. In each one, you make allegations about Ms. Park's mental stability and professional conduct.
Claire doesn't open the folder.
I express legitimate concerns.
Based on what evidence?
Personal observation. Years of friendship. I watched her become obsessed with Jessica Kwan's death, blame innocent people, construct elaborate conspiracy theories.
Interesting. Because according to Ms. Park, you two haven't spoken in 7 years until 2 weeks ago. Hard to observe recent behavior in someone you haven't seen.
We kept in touch electronically.
Show me.
Chen pushes a laptop across the table.
Your email history. Messages, texts, calls. Show me this electronic relationship.
Claire doesn't touch the laptop.
You can't.
Chen continues.
Because it doesn't exist. What does exist is a coordinated campaign to damage Ms. Park's reputation, coinciding with her receipt of a fellowship you applied for and were denied.
That's speculation.
Is it speculation that you created fraudulent job offers, manipulated business partnerships, systematically isolated targets before destroying their credibility?
David speaks for the first time.
I'd like to add something. Claire used my email access without authorization. The job offer to Meredith Chen, I never approved it. Claire drafted it, sent it from my account, made it look like company policy. She's done this before. Other offers, other manipulations, all using Hartwell Development as cover.
Claire turns to him, betrayal written across her face.
You're taking their side?
I'm telling the truth, something you stopped doing years ago, maybe longer.
Anna and Vanessa leave the observation room, join David in a separate conference area. He looks exhausted, a man who's been living with a monster and only just realized it.
How long have you known?
Anna asks.
About the email manipulation? 6 months. I noticed discrepancies in the server logs, offers being made without my approval. I thought it was an IT error, but then Vanessa's dinner party happened, and I started paying attention.
He pulls out his phone, shows them screenshots.
Claire keeps a journal, digital, encrypted, but I have the password. She doesn't know I have it.
Vanessa reads the entries. September 15th. Confirmed. Vanessa received the Thornton. Dr. Martinez made a choice. Now I'll make mine. October 3rd. Ethan Cross is vulnerable. Partner leaving. Business struggling. Perfect leverage point. He still cares about Vanessa. I can use that. November 12th. Meredith is weak. Brad's affair gives me opening. Job offer will create dependency, loyalty, useful witness when needed. November 20th. Dinner party successful. Ethan and Vanessa reacted exactly as predicted. Old wounds reopened. Foundations set for next phase. November 23rd. Vanessa called. Wants to meet. Thinks she's confronting me. Doesn't realize she's giving me everything I need. Tomorrow I document her instability. By Friday, her career is over.
She planned everything.
Vanessa says numbly.
Everything,
David confirms.
including our marriage. I met Claire at a charity event 5 years ago. She was charming, intelligent, interested in my work. I thought it was genuine attraction, but I found earlier journal entries. She researched me before we met, knew my net worth, my company's value, my vulnerabilities. She engineered our relationship like a business acquisition.
Why are you telling us this?
Anna asks.
You could have stayed quiet, protected your marriage.
Because I read about Jessica Kwan, what Claire did to her, and I realized I'm married to someone who's capable of driving a person to death and feeling nothing but satisfaction.
His voice breaks.
We have a daughter. She's 3 years old. What kind of person does she become if Claire raises her?
Vanessa remembers the perfect house, the perfect life, the perfect performance, all built on manipulation, calculation, destruction.
The journal entries help,
Anna says.
but they're still circumstantial. We need Claire to admit intent, to acknowledge the pattern. Otherwise, her lawyer will argue it's creative writing, speculation, misunderstanding. She'll never admit anything.
Vanessa says.
She will,
David says quietly.
if she thinks it's the only way to protect herself from something worse.
Back in the interview room, Claire's lawyer has arrived. Marcus Sterling, expensive suit, reputation for defending white-collar criminals. He confers with Claire in whispers, while Detective Chen waits. Sterling speaks first.
My client acknowledges sending emails expressing concern about Ms. Park's well-being. These were sent in good faith, based on years of observing troubling behavior.
Your client documented Miss Park's social media activity for 8 months.
Chen interrupts.
Created spreadsheets tracking her professional achievements. Drafted, but didn't send emails threatening lawsuits against Stanford faculty. This isn't concern. This is obsession.
Subjective interpretation.
Is it subjective that Mrs. Hartwell created fraudulent job offers using her husband's company credentials?
Sterling glances at Claire, who shakes her head minutely.
I have no knowledge of that.
Chen slides another document across.
This is a sworn statement from David Hartwell detailing his wife's unauthorized use of company systems, including server logs and email metadata proving the offers came from his account while he was out of town.
Claire's composure cracks.
David wouldn't.
He did. And he provided Claire's encrypted journal, which details her manipulation of multiple individuals, including Meredith Chen, Ethan Cross, and Vanessa Park.
Sterling reads the journal excerpts. His expression suggests he's just realized his client is more than he bargained for.
These entries,
He says carefully.
could be interpreted as fiction, creative writing, therapeutic journaling. Could be.
Chen agrees.
Except they correspond exactly with real events, real manipulations, real damage. And there's one more thing.
She pulls out a final folder.
Jessica Kwan's accident report, 7 years old, ruled driver error. But Ms. Kwan was a physicist, excelled at spatial reasoning, had perfect driving record, knew that road intimately. The investigating officer noted it was unusual she'd lose control on a curve she'd navigated hundreds of times.
Accidents happen,
Sterling says.
They do. But Ms. Kwan died 3 hours after confronting your client about scholarship fraud. Phone records show she called her sister that morning, said she had proof of academic dishonesty, planned to report it. Then she drove off a cliff.
Claire's face is stone.
We reopened the case.
Chen continues.
Re-examined the vehicle. Found the brake line had been damaged. Not enough to cause immediate failure, but enough to compromise stopping power under stress. Original investigation missed it because they weren't looking for it. We are.
Silence. Sterling leans close to Claire, whispers urgently. She shakes her head. He whispers again, more insistent. Finally, Claire speaks.
I want immunity.
For what?
Chen asks.
For everything. Full immunity from prosecution for any crimes related to Jessica Kwan, Vanessa Park, or Hartwell Development. In exchange, I'll provide testimony about other matters. Bigger matters.
Anna, watching through the glass, grabs the phone connecting to the interview room.
Don't make that deal. Whatever she's offering.
But Chen is already interested.
What kind of testimony?
Claire smiles, cold, calculating, the mask completely gone.
I know about 17 cases of corporate fraud, insider trading, and racketeering in Seattle's development sector. I have documentation, recordings, evidence that could bring down some of the most powerful people in this city. But I only talk if I walk.
Through the glass, Vanessa watches the deal take shape. Sterling and Chen negotiate while Claire sits back, confident again, in control. The terms are brutal in their simplicity. Claire provides evidence against major corruption figures, cooperates fully with federal investigators, and in exchange receives immunity for everything except potential charges related to Jessica Kwan's death, which remain under investigation but will be nearly impossible to prove 7 years later.
She's going to win.
Vanessa says, hollow.
Everything she did to me, to Meredith, to Ethan. She walks away clean. Not clean.
Anna says.
Exposed. Everyone will know what she is. David's divorcing her, taking their daughter. Her reputation is destroyed. The perfect life? Gone. But she's free. For now.
The deal is finalized within 2 hours. Claire signs paperwork, Sterling shakes hands with prosecutors, and by evening, Claire Hartwell walks out of the police station with no charges, no handcuffs, no consequences. Vanessa watches from her car across the street, hands gripping the steering wheel. Her phone rings. Ethan.
Did you see the news?
He asks.
I'm watching her leave right now.
She got immunity for everything except Jessica, and they can't prove that. Meanwhile, I just got a call from Hartwell Development's lawyers. They're suing me for corporate espionage, accessing their systems without authorization, stealing privileged communications. Claire must have filed the complaint before she even went to the police.
That was part of her plan. Attack while negotiating defense.
Vanessa, I could lose the restaurant. The lawsuit alone will bankrupt me, even if I win eventually.
I'm sorry. This is my fault.
It's Claire's fault. But knowing that doesn't change what's happening.
He pauses.
There's something else. Meredith called. The job offer was rescinded. Hartwell Development is claiming she attempted to defraud the company by submitting false credentials. It's bullshit. But they have documentation, fake resume entries, forged references. Claire set her up.
Vanessa closes her eyes.
She's burning everyone who opposed her.
While walking away clean. How is this justice?
It's not.
Across the street, Claire stops at the bottom of the station steps. She looks directly at Vanessa's car, even though the windows are tinted, even though there's no way she should know Vanessa is there. Then she smiles. Vanessa's phone buzzes. Text from unknown number. You thought you won. You have no idea what's coming. See. 2 days later, Vanessa meets Rachel Torres at a bar in Capitol Hill. Rachel's an investigative journalist with the Seattle Tribune, known for exposing corruption, taking down corporate criminals, asking the questions powerful people don't want asked.
Anna Kwan sent me your contact.
Vanessa says.
She thought you might be interested in a story.
Rachel sips her whiskey, eyes sharp.
I've been following Claire Hartwell's immunity deal. Fascinating stuff. Woman turns state's evidence against half of Seattle's development sector, walks away from her own crimes. Everyone loves a villain who outsmarts the system.
That's not the story I'm offering.
No? Then what is?
Vanessa slides a folder across the table. Copies of everything. Claire's emails, manipulation strategy, journal entries, the timeline of Jessica's death, David's testimony, the pattern stretching back years. Rachel reads silently, expression unchanging, but Vanessa sees her pulse quicken at the temple.
This is explosive.
Rachel says finally.
But most of it won't survive legal review. The emails were obtained through unauthorized access. The journal is unverified. Jessica Kwan's case is still officially an accident. Claire's lawyers will destroy any publication that runs this.
What if it wasn't just publication? What if it was testimony?
You already testified to the police. Claire got immunity.
Police testimony, yes. But what about court of public opinion? You do long-form investigations, exposes patterns other journalists miss. Claire's immunity protects her from criminal charges. It doesn't protect her from truth.
Rachel leans back.
You want me to destroy her reputation.
I want you to document what she is. Let people see the pattern. How many others has she manipulated? How many lives has she damaged? Jessica's dead. Ethan's being sued. Meredith's career is in ruins. David's divorcing her, but he can't get their daughter away without proving Claire's unfit, and proving that requires evidence courts will accept.
What evidence?
Whatever you find. You're an investigative journalist. Investigate.
Rachel drums her fingers on the folder.
This becomes my story, not yours. I control the narrative, the timeline, the publication strategy. And if Claire comes after me, legally, professionally, that's my risk to manage.
Understood.
I'll need more than this. I'll need interviews with Meredith, Ethan, David, maybe others Claire's damaged who haven't come forward yet. This becomes a 6-month project, minimum.
Do it.
Rachel extends her hand.
Then we have a deal.
They shake. Vanessa feels something shift. Not victory, not yet, but possibility. Claire might have beaten the legal system, but journalists answer to different rules.
One question.
Rachel says.
What happens when Claire realizes what I'm doing? Because she will. Woman this smart, this connected, she'll know I'm investigating her.
Then she'll try to stop you.
And you're okay with that? Putting me in her crosshairs?
Vanessa meets her eyes.
Rachel, Claire's already destroyed one friend, damaged 3 others, and she's just getting started. Someone has to stop her. Might as well be someone who knows how to fight back.
Rachel smiles grimly.
Fair enough. I'll start reaching out to sources tomorrow.
That night, Vanessa drives home, checking her mirrors constantly, wondering if Claire's watching, planning, calculating her next move. The apartment is dark when she arrives. Vanessa unlocks the door, steps inside, reaches for the light switch. It's already on. Claire sits on the couch.
You should get better locks.
Claire says conversationally.
Anyone could break in.
Vanessa's hand moves toward her phone. Claire holds up Vanessa's spare key, the one that should be in the lockbox at work.
Looking for this? I borrowed it from your office last week. Made a copy. You really should pay more attention to who has access to your life.
Get out.
In a minute. First, we need to talk about Rachel Torres.
Vanessa's blood runs cold.
You met her 37 minutes ago.
Claire continues.
Capitol Hill Bar, corner booth. You gave her documents, proposed an investigation. She accepted.
Claire stands, moves to the window, looks out at the city.
Rachel's good. I respect her work. But she's also predictable. Investigative journalists follow patterns. Interview sources, verify documents, build narrative, publish. Usually takes 6 months. You're counting on that timeline.
How did
I know? Vanessa, you're not the only one with connections. Rachel's editor is married to a client of mine. I've been tracking her investigations for years. The moment she started asking questions about me, I knew.
Then why are you here?
Claire turns. In the apartment's dim light, she looks different, older, harder. The mask completely abandoned.
Because I want you to understand something. The immunity deal, the lawsuits against Ethan, the career destruction I've arranged for Meredith, that's not punishment. That's just removing obstacles. You, specifically, are something different.
What am I?
Unfinished business. 7 years ago, when Jessica died, you looked at me differently. You suspected. I saw it in your eyes at the funeral. You didn't have proof, couldn't articulate what you felt, but you knew something was wrong. And you've carried that knowledge for years, like a splinter under your skin. Even when we lost touch, even when you built your new life, part of you was always watching for me.
You're insane.
I'm thorough. Jessica's death was unfortunate but necessary. She was going to expose the scholarship fraud, destroy my academic future, ruin everything I'd built. I gave her a choice: stay quiet or face consequences. She chose consequences. The brake line was insurance, just in case she drove too recklessly that day. Turned out, she did.
Vanessa's vision narrows.
You murdered her.
I removed an obstacle. But you, Claire steps closer, you're not an obstacle. You're a mirror. You show me what I could have been if I'd chosen differently. If I'd played by the rules, worked hard, earned things instead of taking them. And I hate mirrors.
What do you want?
I want you to understand that this doesn't end. Not with Rachel's investigation, not with testimony, not with public exposure. I have immunity from criminal prosecution. I have resources. And I have something you'll never have: the willingness to do absolutely anything to win.
You've already lost. David's leaving you. Your reputation is...
Temporary setbacks. Reputations can be rebuilt. David can be replaced. But you?
Claire's smile returns.
You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, wondering when I'll act, what I'll take next. That's the real punishment, not destruction, uncertainty.
She moves to the door, drops the spare key on the table.
Lock your doors, Vanessa. Though it won't matter. I'm already inside your life, inside your head, and I'm not leaving.
The door closes. Vanessa stands frozen, heart hammering, phone finally in her hand. She calls Anna Kwan.
Claire was just here, in my apartment, confessed to Jessica's murder.
Did you record it?
No, I wasn't expecting...
Then it's your word against hers, and she has immunity. Vanessa, I'm sorry, but without evidence...
There has to be something we can do.
Silence. Then...
There might be, but it's dangerous, and probably illegal.
Claire has confessed, but there's no proof. What desperate plan will Vanessa and Anna devise to finally stop her?
She stood in my apartment, confessed to murder, smiled like it was nothing, because it was nothing, to her. Immunity means no cuffs, no trial, no consequences. But Anna's words hang in the air like a blade. There might be a way, but it's dangerous. The line has been crossed, the trap is being set, and this time, someone won't walk away.
If that ending left you breathless, hit like. Drop your theory in the comments. What's the dangerous plan? First few replies get a shoutout in episode 4. Subscribe and turn on notifications. The finale is coming. Until then, lock your doors. She already knows where you live. Life Stories Untold. Sleep if you can.